All right, Shalom boys here. Well, as I've stated in the past, real skills is like having money in the bank. Let me tell you what's going on here. I've done all of the floors in this home. I've done the windows. I've done all this work. I've done the pad, the steps. I built all of this, all that, the bathroom, floor, all that closet. I built it all. All this I built. Okay, this whole section. And the problem that we're having, and I say it over and over again, is that the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. I've been gone from this particular project for over a month now. And I can see he's gotten an electrician to come in to put in the ceiling fans. Now, I could have done the ceiling fans. I could have done all this work as well, but I was busy and he wanted to get it done, so he hired somebody else to get it done. But there's a lot of intricate work that needs to get done in this house that a lot of people are not interested or even qualified for. The plumbing work throughout the entire house needs to be done. The cabinets need to be installed. The toilets need to be installed. The bathroom mat needs to be installed. All this stuff, bathroom vanity needs to be installed. All of this stuff need to get done. And out of the entire town out here, there is no one else that is qualified or interested in coming to get all this work done. This is why I say, when you got real skills, and a combination of that with a lack of qualified, competent carpenters, you create a demand for yourself that is just untouched. I'm talking about the entire town. And I even spoke earlier, is the reason why there's cracks in the floor. You can tell right there. You could see it. Now, I put down the floor, but I did not put down the subfloor. Anybody can tell that whoever framed this wall didn't know what the hell he was doing because it's curved, it's cracked. I had to put the additional work, and in terms of the doing additional sheetrock work because they didn't complete. But you see that? You can tell that this is not a square opening. And that problem's putting in the doors is a direct result of it. But again, when you have real skills and you are qualified to do work, it creates a demand for you where you're in a situation as to where if you don't want work, you don't want to work. If you want to work, or I'll just take out the first statement. But if you want to work, you can be selective about your work and you can charge premium for the work that you do. Now, not only does all of this stuff have to be done in the house, but outside the house, there's work that needs to get done. See that right there? That need to get done. Porch need to get done. Whoever put in that door did a shitty job. Didn't know that they was doing. Windows need to be trimmed out. See from the fire, you see that? Railings need to be fixed. You see all this little intricate trim work that need to get done on the outside? Real skills. And like I said, I worked on that building right there, all that shade and all that metal, as well as the next building over. I have to work on that one as well. And that's a project in the future. I mean, it's like having money in the bank. And hopefully there's another lockdown because then I can go ahead and really get that thing done. But This door has to be painted. See all that work that need to get done? This is outside work. Trim need to be fixed. Like I said, all the plumbing needs to be done. Now it's interesting because the AC guys, you know what I'm saying, they can come and it's gonna cost him $12,000 to put in a new AC unit. And as a matter of fact, I gotta call up a brother to check, because if we can get this for cheaper, then that's what we go ahead and we do. Because I know a brother that does AC heating and repair. So I'll confirm the numbers with him and then see if we can do a project together. But, you know, you're talking serious money here. You know what I'm saying? Do this. But, again, when you have real skills, when you have the ability to get things done, it puts you in high demand. It puts you in a situation as to where, you know, you have the flexibility to choose the kind of business that you want and name the price that you want to charge in order to get this stuff done. Because, again, if you are reliable, if you are dependable, if you are accountable, if you are trustworthy, if you are a man of honor and integrity, it gets around. It gets around that you are a man of your word. It gets around that you do quality work. It gets around that you can do what you say you've done. It gets around through not only your ability to show the references and to have pictures of the work and the videos of the work, because I show this stuff. This is just not for some vain kind of thing. I show my work and I document my work because I have to prove to future clients that I can do what I said that I can do. I mean, is that making any sense? I take a lot of pictures, not of myself, cheesing and doing a whole bunch of bullshit, but I take pictures of my work and I save my work so that when I'm on a client site, I can go up in my Facebook and I can say, here, see, this is what I've done. This is how I can do your project. Oh, yeah, you have this problem. I ran into this problem over here, and this is how I solved it. So with the 3 references, to not only show visual pictures and videos, but in addition to that, to give references, it covers me. And so now it's a beautiful thing, because now you're in a situation where people are seeking you out because they know that you are a man that is blessed with the labor of your hands, and you're going to do them right. You're going to do the project right, and they're not going to have any problems in the future. You see? I can go anywhere in the continental United States where there's a population that owns homes, plant my seed, plant my business, and watch it flourish. Lockdown seems to be coming again. They're going to affect the carpenters pretty much. I mean, they could, I can never say what's going to happen. But based on last lockdown, it didn't affect carpenters, electricians, people, that had the real skills. And this is what godfathers are talking about. This is what pastors are talking about. This is what elders are talking about and been talking about for years, that men need to spend the time to invest in them so that they have a real skill, so that they're not dependent on the system for their livelihood. You see? It works, but you got to be willing to work. Speaking with another brother, you know what I'm saying? People, they want to learn. They clearly see what I'm doing. So the fruit speaks for itself because they can see it, just not talking like many out there do. But hypocrites, stage playing hypocrites. Don't trust not a one of them. But they want to learn, and I tell them the same thing that I've done, but a lot of people are not willing to do it. And that is, Pastor, he said, listen here, go to a job site and tell them that you'll work for free, that you're willing to learn, right? So the idea is that, I did that, and now, years later, my ability to move like liquid is just a beautiful thing. To not be stressed is just a beautiful thing. To not be in debt is just a beautiful thing. To own land and to be able to cultivate that land, it's a beautiful thing. You see? That's why it's so important and I harp over and over again about having living examples, because if you can see a living example, if you can see the mannerism of their lifestyle, if you can see the fruits and the increase of their hands, it gives you the confidence, it gives you the ability, because seeing is believing in certain situations. Seeing is believing, so you see it and you become encouraged. Like men have called me up and said, hey man, I watch your videos and you encourage me that what you're doing, and I've seen your progress over the last 6, 7, 8 years or whatever since you've been out there, and I've seen your progress. I've seen your increase, and that encourages me to go out there and do the same thing. It's such a blessing to hear somebody, if one person can say something like that to you. It's a beautiful thing, because you're not going to reach many. But when you can encourage folks to get out there and get it done by the living example that you yourself has put on display for the world to see, it is a powerful thing. And it's very difficult, if not impossible, for somebody to come against it. They fail 100% of the time. Because you know what the first thing people do that got any sense? They say, where's your works? Show me your lifestyle. Show me your manner of doing things. Show me your financial security status. Show me your ability to grow food, hunt, provide for yourself. Bootlicking, stage playing hypocrites. Believe none of them. They're deceivers and bewitchers of the truth. But hey, a lot of people, you know why a lot of people live? Because they do the same thing. They deceive just like they deceive, just like the scriptures talk about. They're deceived and they're going on and being deceived. These people are deceived. Put in that work, put in the time, put in the effort, put in the passion, put in the discipline, put it in. Put in your faith in that the scriptures are real. This stuff is real. If you apply those principles, whether in the old or renewed covenant, you will get the increase. I mean, it's just a fact. But when you sway out of that thing, I'm seeing it, a disaster, because you swayed from the teachings. You swayed from the wisdom that word gives about not only yourself, but other people, and how to qualify other people. The word is true. It's the men that are liars and deceivers and the distorters of that word. I'll eventually get to it. It's like money in the bank. But it's a blessing. So you folks out there, you stay encouraged. I'm going to keep on as whenever I can to put out this content, because we need the living example. We need the people that are out front, because a leader leads from out front. We all know this. There's no exceptions to that rule. There are no exceptions to that rule. This is the AC heating and repairs. I got to call up this brother. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call him right now. He's on my spirit. But there you got it. It's the covenant. Yeah. You will be blessed through the labor of your hands.